waiting on it to pop up. Yes, yes, yes. 2025. 2025, we're at Midwest DJs Live. Is this considered to be day one, Jeff? Or is this day two?
I would say day one, really and truly, because
So
last night was
yesterday
just
was
the
pre.
opening ceremonies
Yeah.
and different things. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is actually day one.
Okay. Yeah, day one. Midwest Live. Midwest Live. Midwest DJs Live, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to be here. How about yourself?
Man, super excited to be here again for the second year. Looking forward to talking to each and every person. We got Matt over there setting up with his team, Menopause. We got A-Roc on the camera. We got Jeffrey, the voice, what you call the auctioneer. Eric running around doing his thing. Nate Nelson, Tori. Some guy over there guarding the door like he's, they giving away money in there. But
Yeah.
the conference is kicked off. We had our opening ceremony. Everything is, it's already live and well. People walking in with their coffee, two-fisted coffee cups ready to go learn. Yep. So are you looking forward to anything this week, Mike, or these 2 days while we're here in Milwaukee?
I'm always looking forward to something. And I would say for me, it's always learning something new and connecting with the people.
Yeah.
That connection is something that I realize that's very important for me because it's like a family away from family.
Yeah.
And I really get excited when I come to the shows and,
Okay. Yeah.
and see the people and have the conversations, as you call it, the back room conversations.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm just excited, and that's lots of words. And I'm just.
That is hard to believe, but super excited. What's some hot topics, man? Anything, they had the opening ceremony. Chad did his thing with the karaoke last night, and Nate Nelson got up and sung, and all kind of surprises going on.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of surprises.
A lot of surprises, a lot of talent, a lot of things. And It just, and now we get ready to go into the education part, which is my part, where I always try to get me some nuggets to take back home and institute into my business and make my company better, make business better for me. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we can run into something or hear something that'll really, gonna make a difference. You can take back, as Shannon Tarrant County would always say, take one, implement that one, and then do the other ones after 90 days. Find the next one and keep going until you've implemented everything you think can make a change when you get back.
Yes, we definitely need to take something. There should always be nuggets. Yeah. If you're not collecting nuggets and trying to apply it, it's wasted information.
Wasted.
Wasted information. And there's nothing like wasted information. Yeah. There's too much good information around here to be wasted.
Yeah. Just like yesterday, man, KC, oh my God. How much stuff did he share with us yesterday when we sat down and had our conversation? He took us to lunch down in the district here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And
then we went to Geneva Lake. Lake Geneva.
And KC just threw out so much stuff, man. Mitch that we met yesterday from Utah.
Mitch Ross.
And of course, A-Roc is always throwing out knowledge and spitting game. And it just, like you say, it's nothing like the conversations that we have where, it's.
Yeah, well, you can sit and just talk with people of like mind.
Yeah.
Now, like minds doesn't mean that it's the same mind.
No.
But it's like minds, and you're getting all of these ideas, and you're just sharing. It's a beautiful thing, bro. And I really enjoyed our 2 outings with KC yesterday, and big thanks to the big fella. Or no, I can't call him the big fella.
Oh no, he lost a whole bunch of weight.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Slim Shady.
Yep. Hey, good morning, everybody out there. If you're listening, tuning in this morning, if you got any questions, drop them in the comments.
Oh, please.
Let's talk about it this morning. If you got any questions, drop your questions in the comments. We'll talk about it. We just live while the first keynote speaker is up on stage, and then we'll kick off our interviews after this. But, man, it's cool to be here among our people and the DJ community. And tonight, looking forward to the ladies only spinoff.
Oh yes.
Kay Sprinkle's mom and dad in the building, and Kay Sprinkle's going to come by and sit down with us. Eric, we're trying to labor to get Eric Rose to come over here and talk to us. So
we got some great people that's going to stop by.
In the building, man.
Yeah.
Even Steve is here.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't get to talk to him, but I saw him.
Yeah.
Don Carlo. It's a lot of people here today. Let me ask you this. So, being that we have the pre-ceremony, under wraps, what was your takeaway from yesterday?
What you mean, last night, the party?
Yes, from the party. What was the takeaway from being in that room with all the DJs? What was your takeaway?
Well, it was much better this time. I mean, it was much better because it was stuff that we all play and listen to. And then Chad did about an hour and a half worth of karaoke, and it was people just getting up, having a good time singing, people getting involved, showing off their DJ prowess by, getting the crowd involved, hyping the crowd up, all that good stuff. So it's just, I mean, it's a good vibe. And then, they played stuff that we recognize. Yes, there was remixes, but it was more of what we hear every day, not stuff that, I got to Google just to know what I'm listening to. Mm-hmm. If you understand what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I see that we touched.
I don't have to scrape any tape.
Yeah, we touched the soft spot. I mean, that's the big thing.
Trying to say something without going too far, hurting anybody's feelings. But what about you? What about last night for you?
I would say one of the takeaways for me that really just stood out was the unity that I saw in the room. I didn't see a lot of cliques. In the sense of you're always going to talk with people that you know, but when you're in a situation and it's so spread out, you can really see those little pockets of people. Yeah. You had pockets of people, but they were intertwining with each other.
Yeah.
People singing. Some of the DJs that got up to perform, doing karaoke, they were singing songs that brought people together.
Yeah.
And the guy got up and did the thong song, which I was really blown away by that because I'm talking about he was feeling it. I'm talking about he was feeling it. We had a young what's the guy, the lead singer? Yeah, we had a young Cisco up there of Latin descent. Yeah. He really was on it. So for me, it was the unified front that I saw. Yeah. It was really good, just seeing everybody connect. And I'm gonna tell you something else that stood out to me. Them freaking Evolve. The freaking Evolve. Were those the 70s or the 90s?
I think those were 70s.
Those, I think they had two 70s.
4.
No, it was some small ones. Those weren't 70s. I think they had
4 all the way across though.
Okay, I saw.
Those are some monitors, some EV monitors.
I saw 4. I thought it was some Evolve. What was the 50s up there on the corners? And you had, but anyway.
No, those were all 70s.
Okay, all 70s.
Or 70s or 90s. I have to go take a closer look. But
whatever it was.
Yeah, it sounded really.
I was really
nice.
I was really blown away. And like I told Marco, I said, never in a million years would I have thought
you could have
that I could have that type of sound with column speakers.
Yeah.
It sounded good. Hats off to EV.
Oh yeah, they got
hats off to EV. It was pumping.
It's a great product.
Yeah, it was pumping. But yeah, it was some good things going on last night, and I'm just excited to see what we're in store for.
Yeah.
Seeing the people is always a plus. But
there's
I'm
my
excited.
man from QSC right there.
Yeah, I've already spoke to him. He's going to come see us. So
Yes. And like I say, man, there's nothing like these to be able to put your hands on stuff and touch it, feel it, see it, play with it, tweak it, listen to it, you know, in some aspect, and just
oh yeah, nothing like it.
yeah. And big shout out to Vibe for sponsoring the app for the show. Who else is in there? E-Star, both lighting, Blizzard,
PBX Mix,
Simple,
PBX Mix promo only.
Oh, you can just look at the back of this. EV Blizzard,
Pittsburgh Summit,
Beat Pilot, Total Manic,
QSC Simple,
and Pittsburgh Summit. Those are all the
Pittsburgh Summit.
Yeah, that are sponsoring the show this time. So it's all kind of stuff going on, y'all.
Oh, yeah, it's popping.
I really like this one because it's a close net. It's not thousands and thousands of people, and it's just a really, really good, nice, you know, friendly, good time. You know, you probably could meet everybody here if you took the time to. Out of the 250, 300 people that we have, you could probably meet all of them if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm. And you know what, for me, when I'm looking at, you know, the shows, I find myself looking at ways that things can always be better.
Yeah.
And when I say things can always be better, I'm not just thinking about one particular show. I'm thinking about the show. What is the perfect show?
Yeah.
You know, and how you do that. Look at this guy here. This guy's all dressed up. Is this the president?
Yeah. That's DJ Clive, man.
Yeah,
Clive,
but I've never seen him dressed up like that.
He's always dressed up.
Let me bow.
He just bought some new some new suits while he was traveling. So he's already. Yeah. Good morning to our producer. I don't know why he's
can we get the producer to come over here and tell us what he's experienced thus far?
He watching us on Facebook.
Yes. Yeah, you need a mic.
Yeah, that would probably help, huh?
Yeah. We're gonna bring the producer in because he really has a unique way of seeing things as well.
Yeah.
This guy's a wealth of knowledge himself. You know, he needs to trademark the saying another
one.
Come on. I want to make sure microphone, so we should be good.
You guys
hopefully you're at work, lunch, or on your coffee break, your first break of the day, or whatever it may be. First break, you know that
we're an hour behind everybody else. So
no,
y'all the same.
We're on the right time frame. Yeah,
he's all in.
You know what? I'm just gonna slide over.
Oh, you good? Yeah, that messed up the frame. We already you in there. We already framed
the bag, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Just move the bag. Yeah, get that picture.
There we go. All right. There we go. What's going on? Hey, big shout. Big shout to Jess.
Good morning. Oh, wow.
All right. What's up?
All coof is going out the window. All professional coof is gone.
Right.
Yes.
This is live.
Yeah, it is. So talk to us, A-Roc. What you thinking? What you looking forward to for this conference? Man?
Always the networking, man. You know, the education is phenomenal at all these conferences, but the networking, the people you meet in the hallway chats. Like just over here talking to Tori V, right? Talking to them about their new show, they're launching, you know, Team Washburn.
Oh, she's gonna be a part. What's the name?
Well, you know, that's right there, right next to Washburn is always Tori.
Yeah, Syracuse, New York. Yeah.
Of course, I already figured out. Hey, how much
if he there,
right,
she's there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, just talking to her, you know, right before she went in, and, you know, they expanded to a new market, you know, just talking about different things to kind of hit that market up, right? So, but yeah, the networking, that's what people don't get. Like coming to these shows, you meet people from different parts of the country. But the thing is, you know, we all feel like, we're just struggling by ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But there's people having the same struggle, and like, so how you working through that?
Yeah.
How are you getting through this? You know what? This worked in my market. Oh, you know what? I may try that in my market, right?
Yeah.
And it's just the hallway conversations. Now you sitting in some of these, you know, presenters giving you some good education, yeah. But at the same time, it's like last night the after party, talking to Cedric.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we was talking about the conferences.
Yeah. And good to see Cedric Jones in the building at the show. So he's here.
Big shout out to Cedric.
Yeah, but you know, he's always on Facebook in the group talking about, man, I wish I seen this and that. You know, and it's like, yeah, when he's talking about it, I said, well, you know, we're putting together the Pittsburgh DJ show with Jess and Bill. You know, we always look at, you know, how can we increase it, right? And same with this, right?
And I was ear hustling, so it was nice to hear you tell him that you guys would add a Latin feature, but it wouldn't work where you're at in that part of the country. Right. It may not do as well. So
yeah, but down where you at?
Yeah, definitely. And see, that's what they don't understand. Everything is different. And I mean, I'm sure we work in Nevada, and if we did it at the other shows, but man, no, that's what we need from the younger generation input. What we need to make these shows better. What can we tell the producers? I mean, we have the ear, y'all. We can talk to Sean. We can talk to Rob. We can talk to Rich. We can talk to everybody that's at the shows. We can talk to A-Roc with his show, him and Jess and Bill. I mean, we can tell them the things that's going to...
What's up,
we know everybody. Good morning, KC. I hope you're not texting and driving, but I rode with you yesterday, so
Thanks again. KC took us on the VIP too.
Yeah,
nice, man.
Yeah.
Really
So
nice.
It made me realize how broke I really am. like I know I'm broke, but that location, like, man,
man.
Dude, he was showing me some of the prices of the house.
Yeah.
It was a house, 15,000 square foot, 2.4 million.
That's got to be 1,500 square feet,
No.
not 15,000.
No,
that's as big.
1,500.
Because I'm going to say that's as big as a White House. That's going to be worth it.
1,500.
Yeah. That's going to be worth it. Yeah, we miss you, Casey. Hope you make it back today so we can go to the dinner or whatever we got tonight and hang out and chit chat. Man, I told him, man, KC, man, he has that conversation yesterday was worth my trip coming. He dropped about 4 or 5 bombs on me that, you know, I took notes and I'm gonna.
Yeah, we got to share the knowledge. I'm gonna get KC up to AI speed.
Yeah. I think you blew his mind with all the you and Mike, all the AI stuff y'all told him. But man,
but once again, though, it's a networking.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, none of us know everything, and then if you can put a couple of things that you give from this person to that person together, you can come and it should be like that in the same market where you're not fearful of that other person.
You mean in the same area?
Yeah, same market. We should be able to share like that too, but we don't because we're afraid that if I tell A-Roc, he gonna go do it, and then I can't do it.
And you know what has to happen is we know the problem that exists, so we have to be a part of the solution. And what the solution is, we have to change that narrative with how we deal with each other, and then that circle will hopefully grow, and it has to spread like a disease. But if we don't start somewhere, it would always be that. Because they're not going to change.
But you know, the awesome thing is, like you said, you got to have input from the next generation, right?
Yeah.
You have I mean, even myself, you know, I'm past that point, right? I'm, you know, over 40. So now you got but
you over 40?
But then you got to look at the people that's rolling in at 20 to 25, who don't feel comfortable hanging out with a bunch of guys that's over 40, over 50, who know the knowledge, right? They know it. But it's like, man, it's a bunch of old guys talking about their good old days of DJing and stuff. Now, even when you tell people, like, yeah, man, 30 years ago was the 90s.
Yeah, I think we do talk about the good old days, but no, we're here to learn, to broaden our horizons and do things better and different, and taking the young concepts and trying to use them to keep us fresh.
Reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, so that's definitely not the case. I mean, we reflect back, but we don't.
But then on the other side, right, you got some guys who they're afraid to even take the input from the younger guys. Oh, you know why?
You know why? Because they don't want to change.
They don't want to change, right? So you get on that road, like you got 2 generations. You're my dad. I'm not.
And then it's such a finicky thing because you have some of the younger generation they don't want to listen because when they see you, they see something that's antique, outdated. And then you have some of the older generation, they don't want to listen to them because they feel threatened.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So we have to kill all of these.
Yeah, find a happy medium.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike Prince?
And then as KT told me, there comes a time when we heed a certain call, and DJs must come together as one. I mean, I think there's a lot of that going on with people doing things, and like y'all doing the thing up in Pittsburgh for regional, and and trying to get y'all to come together and trying to help everybody.
And the thing is, these like special shows like this, right? They are it's nicer regional, right? You got the big flagship shows every year and the two big tourism areas, right? Atlantic City and Vegas, right? But then you got everybody in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you got a show like this. You have the Marquee in Chicago, and then you get the Orange DJ. What else is we got our Pittsburgh DJ Summit, So I think the one thing that's really missing is two DJs, one mic putting the summit together in Dallas. DFW. So I think that's the only region that's really not covered with having a show that focus on this.
Well, actually, I'm gonna get you off of us and get on. There's actually two regions. I mean, it would be cool if, of course, Dallas. I think Texas need one. Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, all in there. We could do one. Yeah, it is. We have a great country, and I think maybe Florida, Georgia could do something too. They could do something in that area too.
Well, hearing you guys speak, it made me think about something. How good would it be if all of the show creators, right? Hear me out before.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
All the show creators, we had a board that they were all able to come together. And where even though you have your own shows, but how cool would it be to unify that? Because we have different shows, but we don't have no unity with the shows.
Yeah.
So
symmetric.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to do that because you need variety. Wherever
That doesn't stop variety. You continue to be what you are. You don't take away from who you are and what you're trying to do.
Okay, so
but you have the togetherness because just hear me out when I say this. One of our biggest problems is dissension. We're all separated.
Yeah.
Okay, we got this show over here. Okay, this show don't play with this show. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
This show don't play with this show.
Just let me know when you're done.
Have people that I only rock with this show. I don't want to rock with the other show.
You're gonna get that no matter what.
I know, but how do you stop all of this? How do you make it like the NFL?
I'll tell you this.
You got different teams, but they all in the NFL.
I'm gonna use one person as an example.
Okay.
This guy goes out to all the shows. He brings his backdrop. He set up a table. He supports nearly almost every show I've been to. I've seen Casey sitting at the show with his marquee banner. And, and that's one of the things that have always stood out to me, to see him out supporting other shows, right? And then other shows supporting his show. So even my biggest thing was with the Pittsburgh Summit, it's like, all right, how can we team up with Midwest, right? What can we do to work with Marquee? What can we do?
I like that. And that's what I'm
because even though some of these people may not travel to Pittsburgh, it's the fact that we out here supporting one another.
Education.
And people see that. People see like, man, if this show can support another show, why can't I support the local DJ in my region? I mean, think about it. Because, these shows aren't money making shows, all right? But the idea of giving back to the community is priceless, right? So you got to look at that, and it's like, you know what? The fact that you can help grow this industry is the next move. Because the thing is, it trickles down, right? When you start raising that price up and start showing the service, and people know, like, hey, this is what I need to do to bring my business up and elevate my business. Now you're setting the standards, right? And you look at the photography industry, across the board.
Yeah.
How much for a wedding? $4,500.
Well, I'm trying to think back, like what Mike said about this being, we need to all come together. Yeah, there needs to be some communication, but you can't be a copycat.
You say we are the world. We are the world.
Yeah, you can't be a copycat of the other one, but you can communicate and say, hey, I'm doing this. I think this is a good idea. You might want to add this to your show, or that might work. Or, just share knowledge and share different things. So,
and I'm looking at it, Jeff, more on a support, a unified front, where it's not about shows trying to mimic each other. It's about having, like us, we all do our different things, but we have a relationship and we can come together and work together with one common goal. The common goal is to make the industry better and to educate,
Right.
and to do all of the things that make the industry
I
better.
think that's what they're doing.
Okay.
And I mean, most of them, almost everybody attends the other person's shows. Rob goes to shows. Sean sends representatives. Pete, I mean, there's something in there right now. I'm trying to think. I don't know if anybody went to y'all show or not yet, but I mean, as y'all continue to grow, I mean, I think they do it, but you got a good point though.
Sometimes you can do that by doing what you're doing and just, I do go support. But to me, the ultimate support is being able to come together and have an agenda. Like, you know what? This is what your show does. This is what my show does. What do we want to see? How do we want to see the industry? How can we all do something that helps in our own unique way?
Yeah,
that's a different thing.
And, but that's the thing too, right? You get the show curator, and you start looking at who put these shows together. Everybody got a different strong point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everybody got different vision. And you know what? We need to focus on night. Okay, all right, you take care of that because we want to make sure these people have a good time. We want to focus on seminars. We want to focus on workshops. We want to focus on, logistics, on what's going to be a good hotel, how people going to get there, and how can we keep this affordable. Right,
and y'all mainly was business, right? Or you
we did workshops. Like DJ Access, he came and did a whole thing on stems.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike did a thing on stems. Mike Walters. We had like 3 mics presenting. The mics were real high. We had Mike Walters do an MC class, so Mike spoke about MCing, and then did an MCing class, and then we had Mike Tech. Mike Tech came in from the Carolinas. He was talking about just taking the club to the wedding, right? So he did a whole thing on what he did to go from club DJing to weddings, right? And still do the club stuff because it keeps them fresh. But everybody did the whole thing. Brian Smith came and talked about lighting, right? So when you look at the people who present here, everybody got a strong point, right? It's rare you have people talking about the same topic.
Yeah.
Like Rick and Eric. So Rick Webb, Eric Masciel, they spoke on automation, right? And they were talking about, how can we get our time back? And so that was the whole thing, like, how to automate your business to save you time and energy, right? Christian from Florida, right, from RDJ Rock, she talked about automation. She said she had she called it a bougie country assistant. Right? She trained her automated, phone prompts to be bougie and country, and it was crazy because she was showing us all the steps in the process. She was like, "This has saved me so much time on just people calling and dead leads."
Yeah.
So but once again, I'm sitting there, behind the camera, but I'm sitting there like
sucking it up.
Like,
yeah.
I need to get me a bougie country assistant. Right?
Yeah.
It's all auto generated.
Yeah.
But then, then you have somebody like Matt, with Venture Pods who's been doing stuff after the show.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, all right, next to the show, but here's a 12-month program.
Yeah.
So how can I help you over the next 12 months to do it? But that's the thing. Like, you have to come to these shows so you can get that experience.
Yeah. You have to be willing to invest in yourself.
Yeah. I tell a lot of the young dudes I work with doing business mentoring, mentorship. I tell them all the time, all the DJs I know from college, always tell them, hey man, invest in yourself. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, you can't expect your client to invest their money into you.
Say it again. So, yeah. So what made you start going to shows?
So I really started going to shows because I'm a trade show nerd. Like I love going to trade shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to always go out to big vendor shows, conferences, because I sell electronics. So I always like to touch it, feel it, smell it, type deal. So with me going to shows, I always like to touch the gear because I didn't have a guitar center or Sam Nashville I would look at. So in order for me to see the gear, I had to go to shows. So that was one thing that really got me going, was to actually see the gear versus me watching somebody talk about it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, how big is this thing? Right? You remember when the XZ first came out?
Yeah.
Like, man, this thing got the thing. Like, holy crap, this thing is huge. It's the biggest control.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I went from there. Then I said, all right, now, of course, like DJ X was like, here's a free exhibit floor pass, right? But I was like, you know what? I need to do this education.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to spend extra money and start doing this education. Right? So then I started doing education. A little more money. I said, all right, what can I do to make my photo booth business better?
Yeah.
Guess what? Not in Vegas, right? And every time I look, I started learning more and more. Sorry, I need to do this. I need to push more. I need to, all right.
Yeah.
More money. Can I invest in myself in education?
Yeah.
And then you got people who doing, 7 to 10 figures, right? We know that guy, right? And we sitting there like, all right, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
definitely, man,
Yeah.
definitely.
So you see that you get inspiration.
Yeah, and that's another big part of it too, is to actually see it. Okay, if he can do it, I can do it. What is he doing that I'm not doing different, and what can I ask him to help me be able to do what he's doing? Yeah, so yeah, I'm with you.
And then you can, you can talk to these people. So the one thing we did at Pittsburgh, and so they do here too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the after party is playing, right? You can actually talk to people, tabletop conversation, right? Because most of the presenters are hanging around after the show.
Yeah.
So they hear with you. So you see them at the party, they spoke and say, hey man, I like that topic you talk about. You got some tidbits from me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do this. Right? So you learn all these different things. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But it's a network.
Yeah.
Just all right, so Jay Merch is taking the stage, right?
Yeah.
So I met Jay Merch at Pittsburgh. I never used Vibo.
Yeah.
He went up on stage. We had a breakout. Each vendor got 10 minutes on stage to talk about their product.
Uh-huh.
And he talked about, this is, a couple people came up, did testimonies. I'm like, all right, I'm at to get this.
So what do you think? I know you got it now, or he let you try it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I set it up for my clients, right? And I've been talking to them because it's running to wedding season starting, right? So I'm calling them, doing follow-ups, make sure everybody's in the portal. First thing was like, make sure everybody's in the portal, right?
Uh-huh.
Then we get in this like, oh, this thing is so sweet because people are doing it on their road trips.
Yeah.
So one person driving, the other person working on the music. And I tell them, I say, listen, what you can do is connect your phone to the Bluetooth. You can pick your songs out. And you can add it in while y'all driving to wherever y'all going.
Yeah.
Right? Real time. And I mean, there's one of these things like, all right, can I charge my client for this? No. But is it going to help increase the awareness of what I'm doing? Because guess what? Now they can invite their friends to use the app. So now your friends like, oh, what's this?
Yeah, who is that DJ?
What is it? Right? Is that?
Yeah, and it could be a booster also too. So I mean, it's just.
But that just coming to these shows and being able to talk to Jay Merch from Vibo directly, right, and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Like, oh, really? Can you walk me through it? Oh yeah, man. Let me come over to my table, right? And he shows you. And so he's like, well, let's book a meeting.
Yeah.
For the show. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, because we've even sat down with the owner, Mike, and talked to him, and he's giving us a quick run through.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things is like, it's the investment, right? So I got to look at, okay, how many weddings I'm doing? Because, I mean, crazy enough, I use it for prom. And I got so much engagement for prom because the teachers gave the kids the links and the kids basically built a playlist for me for prom.
Wow.
And then I just exported it. And guess what? This guy. Thank you, brother. So I exported the list and I was ready to go.
Yeah.
So, bam, there we go. I built a whole library.
There's so, I mean, but like you say, that's another innovative tool that if you never would have been there, you never would have saw it, and you would have never thought it never would have convinced you to check it out and try it out and take your game to another level, make your job easier instead of continuing to work hard and not, because you get a feel for people when they sing your music.
Guess what, though? It was the engagement.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm doing a bunch of high school senior class dance. Who they gonna be thinking about? Remember that guy did our prom?
Yeah.
Our booking their wedding?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did our prom?
Yeah.
Did our prom?
Yeah.
But like you say, you touched on a very important fact. Being present.
Yeah.
And investing in yourself, because what this is an investment in yourself. And if you can, truly say that what you're doing or what you have is a business, you can't have a successful business without continued education, without continuous.
Well, we're probably one of the only businesses. I won't say that, but I mean we're one of a few that have no continuing education or no standards or no set standards.
Oh, right. I mean, because this always used to be considered a hobby, right? A side hustle, even though it's one of the top performing businesses out there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not treated.
It's not treated that way, right?
No,
and a lot of it comes to us as DJs not treating it that way.
There you say it again.
And telling people to, hey, so this your only job? Yeah. You don't do anything else? Like,
no.
Do you do anything else?
No.
Right? All right.
And a lot of people are shocked by that, but like even just to mention my mom, she can't believe what we do. The amount of money that you can make from DJing, photo booth, and whatever you do, uplighting, all that good stuff. So it's just really funny, man.
But people don't realize the time we put in either.
Yeah, that too.
It's like,
because you
guys been doing putting music together.
Yeah, they see the end product. Because I've had people go with me. Oh, I want to go learn the business. They go and and I was doing. I remember I took one guy. I was doing a big prom, totems, movers, all kind of stuff. Did everything. And man, by the end of the night, he was ready. He didn't even want to help load out. He was so ready. Nah, man, you do all this just for it's just one event. Yes, sir. That's how it goes.
That's it.
Down.
That's all you do.
Yeah. So he was like, "Nah, I'm good." So needless to say, he never came back for the second. Yeah.
And I want to do this.
But that's a good way to get rid of those who are not serious about it. Yeah, because all they want to do is show up, press play, and go.
Yeah, it's a weed-out process.
And
what they want to do, they want to stand on stage.
Yeah.
Hands up.
Jump around.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No wires, no nothing.
No, but that's the thing, right? Even you guys at the shows, like we've been going to, you're meeting people from all over the country. You're archiving these interviews so people can go back and watch it. Right?
Yeah.
So you meet people from Utah, and you meet people from Atlanta, and people from Texas, and people from Chicago, Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, right? And everybody talk about their markets.
Yeah, how many of us would have sat down and had dinner with a DJ from Salt Lake City, Utah? Yeah, right. And but we sat down with Mitch yesterday. He gave us some insights, gave us some stuff, talked about what's going on in his life. And then again, here's another one. Hey, how close they are in their city, where they all share and work together, and it's wild. So everywhere is different, and everywhere is trying to be better. So. I think that's that young lady that's the first time attendee that we need to get her on the show too. We need to, so
they have a whole pocket of them.
Yeah, but I mean that's another cool thing that they did with the badges this time. They put first time attendee tags on there.
Yeah.
And I was his podcast host, so we're here to just host and just have a good time.
Go back behind
all right, well, thank you for jumping on with us, man.
Yeah,
if y'all again, oh wow, A-Roc is out. A-Roc out. Another one. Yeah.
I'm gonna go find somebody else and get him.
We're gonna get ready to start doing our interviews and talking to people. We got to make sure we talk to Rick Well from Both Lighting this time, and a few other people. We'll start getting them in. But man, if y'all got any questions, want us to ask anything,
if you can, A-Roc, see if QC guy right there about to walk right there. I want to get on.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Send him over. Yeah, send him.
You sure about that?
Yeah, Brad from QSC.
Yeah.
Come on, send it. Yeah,
But
if you have any questions, you want to know anything about what's going on at the show, hey, hit us up, drop it in the comments. We'll be glad. Is it the first break? Because they got whoever the on-stage DJ in there going
that's
at it.
Don Carlo.
Don Carlo, last year's champion. Yep. So, just looking forward to a great show, or most of all, Mike, and having a good time, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, likewise, you know. Like I said, Jeff, this is another great experience. And I would say one of the best decisions that I've made in my young life is...
You're not getting nothing out of me this morning. I know you're trying to poke me over there, trying to get me to start saying something.
What are you talking about?
Okay, whatever. But
wow, you know, people...
That gleam you had in your eye when you said, in my young life.
Hey.
That big, bold lie you just told.
I am young.
At what?
I am young. I am a young 54 years old. Age is
nothing but a number.
Nothing but a number. Some people are 15 and they feel like they're 60, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those ones. But again, before I was rudely interrupted with foolery, but in my young life, one of the best decisions I've made was attending the shows. And me and Jeff was talking the other day, and I told him, I said, man, I can't see myself not coming. Even if we wasn't doing the podcast, I can't see myself not being in this type of atmosphere because of what you get out of it and the friends and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just see all kind of people walking through.
Oh, yeah.
You see.
Yeah. We need to get this mic on.
Yeah.
How can we get that mic? A-Roc.
He left it in there.
He didn't leave it on.
Yeah.
Come on,
it's on? Did you leave it on?
I can't tell. No.
Jeffrey. Can we take Jeffrey's bag and put it behind the bag?
Right there.
Yeah. We are live with none other than Joe Bond.
We got Joe joining us.
I was going to the bathroom.
That's okay. We kidnapping people.
No potty break.
Yeah.
No makeup. No.
So that's okay. All right, we're gonna go right into it. Hi, Joe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
No, Joe. So I guess A-Roc was saying. So what you got going on that's new, man? What's happening?
Oh man, you know I'm always working on something. I mean, right now I feel like the focus is still playing every weekend, doing my shows, mostly weddings. So the first quarter was a lot of corporate events, a lot of galas, fundraisers, and now it's just prime time wedding season.
Okay.
And then the other, I probably spend the other amount of my time, business time, on Bun Gear. You know, making these DJ booths.
Yeah.
And so we are out of making them overseas, and we are out of shipping out of LA.
Okay.
And everything now is run from the great state of North Carolina. As of Monday, like last Monday.
I saw the video.
Yeah. So I'm stoked.
So let me ask you a question though.
Yeah.
So with that, what are you still doing? What was that? The vault? You still doing the vault?
Still do the DJ's vault. Yep. So I spend a little less time than I did, 6 years ago when I started on it, because at that time I was making all the videos. And now I've got about maybe 15 what I call educators that help me create content or go live with me on a weekly basis. We probably still have 800 members around the world.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's still doing pretty good.
It's still, dude, it's still kicking, and people come up to me and say, we learned this, we learned that.
Yeah.
It's been good, man.
Yeah, it's been good. Wow.
Yeah.
Joe Bond.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Hope y'all got your Bond gear, got whatever going on. And man, it's just so what, are you doing anything at this show? You just here support?
Here. There's one in the NLFX room.
Uh-huh.
There's one on the stage there for the between breaks DJs.
Yeah.
For the Big Ron spinoff DJ contestants. But that's it. I'm just hanging out. It's a lot less stressful when you don't have to speak at these things.
Well, I'm gonna let Mike get something over there because.
So what are you trying to get out of this show? All right, no problem. We have someone we can't see, but we can hear them.
Yeah.
So what are you looking to get out of this show?
And for me, these shows, especially the what I'll call the regional shows, 150, 200 people is more just this, right? Yeah. Connections, seeing y'all, seeing all my friends, seeing the people that have, supported whatever it is, the DJ's Vault, Fun Gear, anything I've ever done, great hackers. I mean, these are the kind of things I want to come to and say thank you. People coming to me and say, "Hey, man, can I take a picture? You helped me with this." Or I just saw a guy yesterday. He was like, "Remember that phone call we had, man? That 1 hour really helped me with, I don't remember what, hiring or selling or something we talked about." And so it's been, I guess, I just feel like humbled when I come to these things. I feel grateful. You can kind of see how far you've reached, how many people you've helped. And that's why I come to them. So I don't always come to Midwest. I'll usually go every other year. DJX is pretty easy in Atlantic City. I usually go there because it's on the East Coast. Mex or whatever I would say maybe every other year. You know what I mean? Like I kind of try and go to a couple things a year.
And I like something that you said about, the humble part. This reminds you why you do it.
Absolutely, man. I mean, if people come up to you and go like, "Man, I whatever," even if it's something that they spent $0 on, right? YouTube content every day. A video came out an hour ago. I'm sure I pre-scheduled something for this Monday morning. I can't even remember what it was, but for people to come up and go, "Man, I really like watching those videos. I've learned how to, set up faster," or "I've learned I like the way you do the introduction of the blah blah blah." Like that stuff is free. For the world. Just I love the fact that people come up and go, "Man, I watch your channel. I'm subscribed to it." Dude, you don't have to spend money to learn something from me. You know what I mean?
That's good. It's good, and I'm always happy when I just see, people like yourself and everybody just able to come together.
Yeah.
There's no, it's none of that like, "Oh no, I don't want to be around you."
Very few people here are like what I call holding stuff close to their chest. You know what I mean? They're very willing to share. Yeah. You're not really competing with anybody here necessarily. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that are competing in the same market in Milwaukee or around this part, but man, for the most part, everybody here is just trying to help everybody else. Yeah. There's no the thing about DJing and the DJ business is there's no manual, right? I'm not saying I'm the end all be all. Like I do things completely different than like Mike Walter, for example. He's super successful. I'm pretty successful. Even Brian B or Jason Jani, the way they pay DJs, the way they structure things, completely different. There's no Bible for DJing, right? That you can be successful and do it several different ways.
Yeah.
I have a question if I can. Are you okay with that, Jeff?
Yeah, go ahead.
We were having a conversation earlier before you got on.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about, we have all of the shows, right? And you guys have your shows as well.
Yeah, we do.
How do you feel about if all of the shows representatives were able to create a panel to come together, not change what you do, but come together and try to have, a collective.
Like one show?
No.
Okay.
No, when you're driving content and information and education, to come together and kind of work together, but not change who you are, but you're casting a bigger fish in it.
Sure.
Instead of saying, "You know what, I support Joe, but I don't talk to Joe."
Yeah, right.
Let's all talk and sit at the table and see what we can do to really make some things better.
Dude, I
and
agree.
Doing it like that, to me, that starts to create standards.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know exactly what the saying is, but basically, like everybody. When I first came to this show, dude, it was not what it is, you know. So I think everybody is influenced by everybody else. Everybody wants to not one up the other person because, you know, it's all about regionality, and always next is going to be the biggest. It's in Las Vegas, for Christ's sake, you know what I mean? And DJX is going to be the biggest on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Because it's in Atlantic City, right? Those are your bookends. Everything in the middle. If you look at where they've started and where they are now, they were all influenced by other conferences, right?
Yes. You can't get away from it.
I'm telling you, I have pictures from not long ago of me speaking in this conference. It was in the worst hotel I've ever been in. I was basically standing in front of one of those pull-up screens. And it was pre-pandemic, but that's only 6 years ago, right? Terrible. I mean, like it was low budget. You know, they were doing the best they could, but like as they've been to other conferences, and as I've been to other conferences, I'm like, wow. I mean, you learn, you know what you got to do better. You know what it's going to take to get 200 people here. I mean, dude, go look at that production now. Video walls, giant, you know, iPhones on the thing, tubes everywhere from both lighting. I mean, it's just like if I look at that picture of where that was, it's like, what? How did this become so nice? You know, it's a great conference. So I do think that people are influenced by other conferences, seeing things and knowing that they've got to keep elevating, like to get people to come, because it's in the marketing world, it's called a red ocean. There's a lot of stuff education wise that are trying to pull people's dollars right now.
So you're down with sitting down with everybody and trying to make it all better overall.
Call me. Yeah. I know all these people.
What did you think of Justin the DJ's comments about?
What was it about again? It was about next, right?
No, but I mean overall. Yeah.
Oh. I got you. Right.
A lot of truth.
Man, I wasn't there, right? Okay. I wasn't there.
Okay.
I can't speak on that. You know, if I'm not there, I don't want to say anything bad about anybody. You know?
It's not bad. I'm just saying he was saying that they need to get better. They need to offer more stuff. They need to be on a higher level, kind of like say what y'all might be doing. I've never been, so I need to definitely come and check.
But even
like
think about what. Right.
Yeah.
I have been to Mex before, and I've been to all these conferences. I've been to every DJ conference at least once, unless it's just started this year, right? Mm-hmm. Man, there's not, when you've been doing this for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. There's only so many takeaways that you're going to get from a conference, right? And again, I don't care if you're been doing this 1 or 2 years or you're OGs like me and y'all, you know what I mean? And we've been doing it forever. You get from it what you get from it, right? Like if you go in there and expect that you're going to see a speaker and your mind's going to be blown and it's going to be revolutionary and it's going to change your whole business, that's where you're already. It's not realistic at all. It is absolutely unrealistic.
Okay, mark the tape right there. I like that.
It's absolutely unrealistic.
Where we at? I can't see the time. 53 minutes. All right, good. We'll remember that.
It's unrealistic. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. Even if they bring in the big dog professional speakers, the Gary V's or this guy, that guy that you see at these giant, you're still not going to get this like revolutionary, mind-blowing nugget that's going to elevate your business. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the funny thing,
more importantly, more importantly, you are going to come out here and between these classes, and all of a sudden you're going to strike up a conversation with some guy about whatever, how he hired his last DJ, you know, how he got this rock star DJ, and that is the moment like that you're going to take away from this. It's not necessarily in there, man.
Let me just add to
yes, go ahead.
You really touched on something that just, for me, that should just blow this whole conversation up. And that's this. You can get so tunnel vision with what you feel like that you should get out of something that you miss everything that it provides you with.
Absolutely.
Because one thing is, and we'll just say for your show, you're not just providing education, you're providing an atmosphere that you can get so much more from, because say we got 500 people here. You got 500 people that have a different perspective.
Yep.
And you have the opportunity to learn from that perspective.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when you just focus on, oh, well, this is not this, or this is not, you're missing the whole thing. And that's not to say that there's things that we can't build and be better, because there's always ways to be better. But you can't come here expecting this hot dog to be the best hot dog you've ever
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't even say our conference was a conference. We literally were saying it was an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was education, and there was parties, and there was networking, and there was this, that, and the other. I mean, it's so much bigger than just some seminar, and you think that's going to blow your mind. Like, it's just it's bigger than that, man. And if you open your head to the the power of just being around other people that are doing what you're doing, that's where the gold is, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would say this in closing, one of the things that I think that we really miss out on is when you take away technology, technology forces you to do things like we used to do.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Joe. Hey, Joe, you know what? I like how you ate your hamburger.
Right.
And I think you need to chew without making noise.
Yeah.
But when you put the technology in there, hey, you know what? Joe makes me sick. You know, he chews like this. Everybody is seeing it, but you didn't have the conversation with Joe. But you say, no, I am having a conversation with Joe. No, that's not Joe.
Yep. Yep. Right.
And we don't do that. And sometimes we may have a legitimate gripe, but we create such a big problem that you never have the opportunity to sit down and talk like men.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or people just speak in generalities, right?
Yes.
Or they hide behind their phone or hide behind the keyboard. Right. Exactly. It's just it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's so easy to just attack people online now, and you got to have a thick skin to put your stuff out there.
Yeah. Gotta know what you're talking about.
This was good stuff.
Impromptu.
Oh yeah, this is a real conversation.
Yeah, man.
We
needed.
Dude, I appreciate y'all doing this. I appreciate you doing the podcast. If you're not listening, by the way, Beyond the DJ Booth also is another private event DJ podcast. You'll love it. It's on every platform, streaming, or you can watch the entire video version on my YouTube channel.
Hey,
my plug.
Quick question. Since you just plugged that, what is your number one? Is that video of the car destruction the number one video you ever had? Is it over 1 million?
Like when we
you gotta see
the car,
it,
like that Otis video. Yeah.
Well, I like the one with the chiropractor.
Dude, those videos that that we came up with for like Crate Hackers ads and stuff probably did better than anything that was like a major production.
No, Joe.
Yes, I promise you.
Definitely can't be better than
it's not to me. No, it's not better.
No, I'm not saying better. I'm saying number wise.
Number wise, I'm telling you, it's corny stuff. And like low production stuff is so much better.
Car was
Dude, I agree. Trust me. I go back and watch it just personally all the time.
I do sometimes too for inspiration.
I just get so hype on it. I'll show it at conferences.
Yeah. Another question. How many of those guys still work for you?
Almost every single one of those.
Oh, wow.
In fact, the last time I watched it, I was thinking about it and looking at the video. Dude, I think they're all still here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
And that was probably 7, 8 years. I don't even remember when I made that video.
Is that a question for Joe? Oh, that's my better half chiming in.
It was just a
but I always want to ask you that question because that video
I think
was
again
fun.
though, I know it was, but think about it this way: it's just another piece of the puzzle.
I know.
It's not necessarily something that went viral for the masses because they didn't. Maybe they don't.
People didn't get it. Yeah,
but it was like another piece of the puzzle.
Oh man, it was one of my.
Yes.
Creme de la creme.
Dude, me too. Trust me. I love it. I love it.
Yes. But
we want to give you flowers, man. Thank you for what you do and what you continue to do.
Appreciate y'all, man.
And that's an honor because it's an inspiration.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
I love seeing you guys do this, man. I follow your content. I love the clips. I watch them all the time.
we got to get crazy like you. We're gonna have to get some more production value.
Let's do it. Let's make a movie one day. Yeah. We're gonna make a movie together. Yeah. Oh, like a music video. Yeah. When we bring all those people together, when we bring all of the conference heads together, we're gonna make a cinematic masterpiece.
We want to be there.
Okay.
We have to.
I'm down. I'm down. I'll be the director.
Well, thank you.
We'll get Jeff to shoot it.
Yeah, we'll get Jeff to shoot it. All right.
Awesome.
So
thank
many.
you guys.
All right. Thanks for jumping on with us, Joe. All right.
Man. I'm glad you let me be here.
Oh, always, come on.
Always.
Yes.
Come this way.
I'm going that way.
He got trip hazards.
I don't. Right.
Hold on. You got more trip hazards than I do.
Thank y'all.
All right, Joe. Wow.
Yeah.
So, man, but yeah, we're online.
No, come on over. No, come on over.
Come on.
You can say hello in the seat. Yeah. Have a seat, sir. Yes.
What's up, Chris in Boston? How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. Wish you could be here with us, Ken.
Yes.
Yeah, we just
Great.
Yeah, we're trying to have fun. We're having fun. Joe Bond was something like a phenomenon.
Yes.
He is crazy.
Joe's
So-
the man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what, where are you from? What's your name?
So my name's David Hale. I'm from Springfield, Illinois.
I think you commented on something.
Yes,
yeah,
I linked with you gentlemen online,
Yeah.
and so I've been seeing your posts.
Let me stop you real quick.
Yes, sir.
This dude got the radio voice. Now continue.
I've done some radio. I have done some radio. So good ear. I've definitely done some radio. But in anticipation of coming to Midwest DJs Live, I saw you gentlemen online. And so once I came out of the conference room, I saw you sitting here with Joe Bunn, and I've been following him online. So it's awesome to actually meet you gentlemen. And it's great to be here. It's my first year at Midwest DJs Live. And like I said, I've been following you two online. I love what you do. So I had to stop by and say hello and meet you gentlemen. So,
So how long you been DJing?
about 11 years. About 11 years.
And what do you do mostly?
So mostly a mix between weddings, school dances, club and bar performances. But I've also started dabbling into sporting events. So I just completed my first season as a professional hockey DJ, which is very interesting because I'm learning hockey. I'm telling you, it's an amazing sport too. Hockey,
yeah, it really is.
And also, I just got signed up to do my first semi-pro baseball team as well. So I'm having a lot of fun in this. I'm everywhere, man. Yeah. So I'm having a lot of fun with that.
So how does that interfere with your weddings and stuff, or? Because you probably in the cold state, so y'all got season. So hockey season, you could probably do it. Yep. And you don't have a bunch of weddings. Very cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and the great thing is
broaden your horizons.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to try something new or to get into a new arena.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about hockey season is it's really throughout the winter months, and so obviously there's less weddings going on, and so there's less interaction. It's a perfect way to supplement my schedule for the slower season, and I can really be in the arena interacting with hockey fans. I'm learning the sport, and this is also a time where, like I said, there's not a lot of people getting married in those winter months. Yeah. There's not even the bar and club scenes slow down a little bit. So it's the perfect way to supplement my income during the slow season for DJs. So I'm loving it.
Okay. So next question: what brings you to Midwest? Why? What you coming? What you expect to get out of this? And is it your first one?
This is my very first Midwest DJs Live. I've been to MEX twice in Las Vegas. So it's similar. They do the DJs and the photo booths. Yeah. And from my experience at Vegas, I was made aware of Midwest DJs Live because there's a lot of the same high-level professionals and the same speakers, but different platforms. So I was really excited to just dive back in. Also, because the other convention is out in Vegas, Midwest DJs, me being from Illinois, the Midwest DJ situation has really allowed me to network with people who are in my region, who can really provide more of direct support with each other, to where if I'm booked and I can't get to a gig, I can reach out to someone who's maybe an hour away or a half hour away that we can share opportunities and really network. And it's a wonderful place to be, man. I'm excited to be here.
I like that. Already, you get a thumbs up. All right, what else you got, Mike?
Okay, so in your opinion, thus far, what makes this show unique?
Well, I think they've done a great job of keeping it at a reasonable size. So this year is sold out, but in comparison to some of the other events that I've been to, I think you really have an opportunity to do more of the networking, to meet folks who are like-minded and really share ideas, because it is not the hugest event. So you're not lost in the sauce, if you will.
Yeah.
You can really meet some of these people. I'm the type of person where if I see someone who's doing great, like you gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and add you on Facebook and on Instagram, right? And so I've been seeing your content, but the beauty of it is when I come here and I walk out the door and I see you guys sitting here, for example, sitting here talking to Joe Bunn, who just got off. I've been following Joe Bunn online for 3 or 4 years since I've been out in Vegas, and I've been following y'all for probably about a year or so.
Wow.
And it's just so awesome that I walk out of the conference room, I see you gentlemen here setting up. So I really get the opportunity to shake your hands, to meet you.
Yeah.
And it's easier to do that because they've really curated the space for us to do that. And I think that's one of the best things about Midwest DJs Live.
Almost like a controller or a speaker, Mike. He can actually touch us and see us and feel us and talk. But no, it's really cool, man, that you come and sit down with us and talk to us and you watching and follow. But yeah, we're trying to put out some great content to make try to help DJs. And as my saying goes, we just want to lead the industry better than we found it.
Yep.
And you young cats who are coming up behind us, you guys are doing a good job. That's what you're talking about, networking and doing all the different things, hockey, baseball, all that stuff. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's absolute fun. Becoming a DJ is one of the best decisions I ever made. And I'm enjoying every single step of it. So.
Yep. So say there's somebody back home that you're trying to, what would be a little bit of advice you would give to them about going to a show? Would you recommend, do you try to get your buddies to go to shows and different things?
I try to allow my work to speak for itself. So I really feel like when you put your best self out there and you give 100% to every performance, the energy that you put into your craft will really attract your tribe and your audience.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of social media networking, and I really try to make sure that I'm reaching out to the right people. But as far as sending out specific invites, I really allow the people to come organically.
Okay.
Right. So that's kind of my thing is I let them know that I'm here having a great time. This is an awesome event. And you need to be there. So they end up having that fear of missing out, and they end up showing up anyway without me necessarily. Yep, exactly. Without me having to spell it out like you need to be here.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it where the people organically just want to be with you. They want to be close to whatever you're doing. Just like how you gentlemen are doing a great podcast here. Your presentation is beautiful.
I'm going to turn red if you say that one more time.
So just like when I walked out of the conference room and I see you guys here, you're handling your business, I'm instantly attracted to what you're doing. And I try to have that same philosophy with my DJ.
Okay.
When you present yourself well and you're giving 110%, the people are going to come to you, just the way I was magnetized to you gentlemen, and what you're doing here on air is absolutely beautiful. So I try to use that same type of energy to attract my tribe.
Okay.
I got a question that's outside of our call sheet.
Yeah.
So listening to you just made me think about something that me and Jeff have had a conversation before about. So how do you feel about who you are as a person versus who you are as a DJ? Do you feel like both of those should be the same, or should you have this split personality?
That's a wonderful question. Wonderful question. I honestly feel like authenticity is one of the most powerful things that anyone can embrace. And it's actually, I feel like, a lifelong journey that expands multiple industries. So it doesn't matter if you're a DJ or if you sell real estate or if you serve tables. I think being true to your authentic self is one of the most valuable things that anyone can do. So I do understand inspiration, and when you see DJ K Slay or Funkmaster Flex, there's that when you admire what someone does, there's always that inclination to be like, maybe I can take a little piece of what they're doing there, maybe I can take something from there and incorporate that into what I do. And there's a way to do that as well as maintain your authenticity.
Oh yeah.
So I really think to answer your question the most simple way, I think really bringing your true authentic self into your craft is probably one of the most powerful things you can do as a DJ and performer. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
So tell people how they can find you, man. How they can find you in Springfield, Illinois.
Yes. So DH3, DJ DH3 is what I go by. You can find me at DH3 Music on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. I'm at Who is DH3. So hit me up on all social platforms. I work with Epic Entertainment to do wedding entertainment. And then outside of weddings, you can book me direct. Working on building my website now, and I'm pretty easy to find. So DH3 Music on all social platforms. I'm David Hale III. Let's link up. Let's connect. Let's network. Let's do this.
All right. Hey, hit us up. We just happen to know a guy that builds websites.
Here we go.
If you don't have somebody already working. Thank you for jumping on with us.
Absolutely.
I want you to fill that out for me.
Yes, sir.
Well, we can have your contact information.
Yep.
We'll do.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes.
I think we lost our QSC guy. He was getting ready to hop on with us.
We'll get him again.
We'll get him again.
Yeah,
but man, we're having fun, y'all. Like you said, you can't get it if you're not here. It's just it's like going to Popeyes on Canal Street in New Orleans. If you don't go, the chicken just don't taste the same everywhere.
Well, the chicken won't come to you.
Yeah, it's not gonna come. One time you got to go to Canal Street and go down on Canal Street in New Orleans to get the chicken from Popeyes down there, and just where it originated from. But man, it's a good conference. I mean, what did y'all just get out for a break for seminars or for just a quick break?
Yeah, just a quick break.
And do they having some master classes or some
round table coming up? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Yeah. Well, Mike, we running about an hour and 12 now.
Yeah, live.
We're live. We ain't got nothing better to do. We just talking to people. We gonna ready to start jumping to some of these interviews in a little bit. But man, anything else you got on your mind over there, sir?
Well, I'm a fool for intellectual conversation.
Yeah.
And just touching on just being authentic. One of the things that I discovered during my years of DJing is from an MC standpoint. You see people, they sound like this, then they sound like that. I'm like, man, is that you? And right. I was trying to find my voice, and I had to realize, you know what? I just got to be me.
Yeah, but I mean, that can.
I'm not saying it in a negative way, because we're creatures of habit, and everything that we do is, from an influence. You're going to be influenced.
Oh yeah.
But within that influence, there's still you. And you just have to find you.
Yeah.
And I just think that's a beautiful thing. When I see you perform or talk, Jeff, it's the same way that you talk when we talk. Even though you put on your radio Raheem or Under the Covers voice. Hello, this is Jeff.
What do you mean?
Yeah, there we go. But I'm just saying, even in that, I still see you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's the thing that's important.
Yeah.
Be happy with being you.
Yeah.
Some of us, we're not happy with being ourselves, so we have to be this, this pseudo person.
Yeah.
Or this, other personality. We've made having altered egos popular.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that is right.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to take a quick break and get out of here. Sign us off, brother. Yeah, we'll be back later on, but we gotta go handle some things that we gotta do around here.
I'm taking Jeff away from education.
No, not education. Jeff
he got
to the bathroom.
Okay. All right.
All right, brothers. I appreciate you.
All right, good.